record this. Sweet. And then I'm also going to pin you too so that we're side by side.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
No, I'm still small.
Just hang on a second. Does that work?
No, you're still big.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can change my view. Stop doing that.
Got you pinned.
If you go to gallery view, hit view and go gallery view.
Yeah, but I have you pinned. So you should be with me all the time.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I have.
Okay, we're both pinned. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, so welcome to the show, Transmuting Words, created by Vanessa and co-created by Grace Denman today. And for all the family that's watching, that's the people that will be watching. Um, Obviously, this is my younger sister, the more good-looking of the family members. So we're going to discuss kind of whatever, it's open topic, but I was thinking we could start with the actual title of the show, Transmuting Words. What do you
Okay.
think of that?
It depends on what words we're talking about.
Well, think any words. Like, so right now, Josh is having issues with two words. Like, he's
Okay.
reading the Bible or he's reading parts and bits of the Bible.
Okay.
And one he really doesn't like is blessed. So it's be less.
Okay.
You
I
get
can
where
kind of
he's,
see where he's coming from there.
yeah, totally, totally.
Mhm.
And then another one is understand, which I've heard before where people are like, well, you don't need to understand it because you're standing under it.
Mhm.
So then that one, same thing. And then also the dictionary. How many words do we add every year?
Too many, man.
Way too many. So they're just made up. And then witches had spells put on you, and
Mhm.
that's just spelling of words.
Yeah.
So anything that we say in this show gets transmuted, gets
Mhm.
changed to the higher vibration of whatever it needs to be. And then also, it was really cool. I had two young gentlemen knock on my door from the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And they didn't know what they were walking into by having, I was like, absolutely, come on in, guys. Boys, have a seat. You need some tea? You want a coffee? And so then we were talking about the word repent, and I'm like, ooh, that's a scary one. And they're like, yeah, that's how we all think of it, is scary like that. So, so yeah, so that's where I'm kind of going with this show, is just whatever comes up in conversation. It's just the words that we're using actually dictate the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
And then I had written to you those couple bullet points for like self-healing of the body.
Mhm.
And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think you can self-heal?
I I mean, like, we see the body healing every day, like, without even, like, before all the modern medicine and whatnot, like, the body healed itself. We lived without it, not nearly as long. It's definitely more efficient to have the resources that we have now. But, like, if we cut ourselves, we heal that
Mm-hmm.
easily. It may not look the exact same,
Yeah.
but it's healing no matter what. Um, we Modern medicine, I think, helps us heal more efficiently. Um, if you can see where I'm coming from that.
I am. I can. I am. Yeah, I can for sure. What about like the mind talk? So like you're talking to your body, like the people that
Mhm.
are, that feeling of unworthiness and your background and schooling it's with the body, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So, what's the exact title again, or
Um,
education?
integrative physiology.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So what's the integrated part mean?
It's like how the mind and the body come together to create like what we do in the world, whether that's like um just like how we move about and like exist in this space that we have. I think
Yeah.
that's how I like to take it.
Yeah, then yeah, we're on the same page, even though with regards to hospitals and modern medicine, I don't know how I personally agree with that. Also with the pharmaceuticals, I
Yeah,
find that to be more of a hindrance than an accelerator for your healing, in my opinion.
fair, definitely. Yeah. I
But
think
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I think sometimes we definitely go overboard with the medications and whatnot, especially with like mental illnesses. I
Yes.
think um, our first thought is like, let's just medicate them. Let's bring everything down. Let's bring it up. And we try to get people into this homeostasis, I think. But I feel like we miss the mark of homeostasis. So we kind of bring it to this like awkward neutral where we're performing more normal on the outside, but on the inside, everything's just kind of like shut down instead of recalibrated. And I feel
Yes.
like, yeah, and I feel like we need to do better about, um, we have to do better with making people better on the inside to bring that out instead of just kind of shutting it down on the inside and then kind of masking and performing that outside normal.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure on that one. It's interesting that you said that because over the last week and a bit, I got a liver detox from a Chinese medicine woman, so it has to do with acupuncture.
Yeah.
And then she also gave me some herbal medicines. And I had mentioned to her, I said, I was having really dark thoughts, like all the way up until like the middle of February, I was totally fine. And then all of a sudden, I started to have really dark, deep thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like stewing, I wasn't sleeping,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And so when I went and I saw this woman, she asked me, she goes, "So are you taking pills, medication?" And I was like, "Hell no, absolutely not." And
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, thank God." She was like, "Okay, now," she goes, "now I'll balance everything out for you. And then I'm also just going to get some blood work done to see where maybe there's an imbalance somewhere else or I'm lacking some nutrients in some other fashion." But
Yeah.
for the modern medicine to take that first turn or the first thing and just be like, "Okay, I'm prescribing you this, I'm prescribing you that." Like
Mm-hmm.
you said, you're just muting it. You're not and normal on the outside. I'd prefer someone to be completely bipolar than to be dead and have
Yeah.
no feelings, or
Mm-hmm.
because there's a reason that these are occurring in that
Yeah.
body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we need to do a better job of creating those spaces where people can work on that
Yeah.
and like internally regulate everything
Yeah.
instead of just immediately hitting pharmaceuticals
Yeah.
and just like shutting everything down.
I totally agree with you. Have you ever seen Taylor Tomlinson? She's a comedian.
Maybe that sounds really familiar.
She just put a new one on Netflix, and she makes me laugh. And I think this is her fourth one,
Hmm.
but her first and her second one, she talks about all of the pills,
Yeah.
all of the time with the psychiatrist, all of that.
Yeah.
but for her to get, because she's like, just because you got one pill for a specific disorder, usually
Hmm.
that pill takes care of four or five other disorders. And
Yeah.
so it's like you kind of don't know what your disorder is as she's going through it. But the fact that she's a comedian makes it just divine the way that she shares how that journey is. But
Yeah.
definitely that mind balance, that mind body balance is, I think, what we're aiming for the future. And I truly do
Yeah.
believe we can heal ourselves because we've lived before and we've lived longer thousands of years ago without any of this,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about like energy medicine or medical intuitives? I don't know if you've heard of those.
I don't know if I've heard of medical intuitives.
So just like a doctor, but they can just read your energy and they can see where the imbalance is coming from.
Hmm. Um, I don't, I don't know if I've thought about healing energies so much.
Hmm.
I think,
And let me even add to that. There's the
mhm,
light therapy, so that would be energy,
you okay?
vibrational therapy,
Hmm.
sound therapy.
Yeah.
So that would be included in the energy healing that
Mhm.
I'm sort of talking about as
Yeah.
well.
I think mind wise, I think that could be something to look into.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
body, like physically speaking, I don't know how well that would go long term. I think short term it could be helpful, like red light therapy,
Yeah.
um, ultrasound
Yeah.
therapy, stuff like that. From what I've learned going through my schooling and my job right now, um, it's it can be helpful short term for some people, but long term we really haven't seen anything significant
Yeah.
healing wise. Um, it can help take away that pain for like a day or two. But the longevity of it, I don't know how
No.
that would work.
No, I get what you're saying for sure on that. But we're both on the same page that that mind has to be
Mhm.
balanced to be able to heal whatever needs to be healed.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
then, are you working in the field right now?
I am. Yeah, I work at an orthopedic clinic in town.
Ooh,
I work with the physical therapists,
yes.
and I kind of work with some of the patients here and there.
Yeah.
When they need an extra hand. Um,
When did you start with them?
I started that in August.
And are you enjoying it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's helping me figure out. It's like it's immersing me in generally the area that I want to be, and I'm learning about all these therapeutic techniques to help
Mm-hmm.
um, these people relieve their pain. It's a lot of geriatric,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like total joint replacements.
Yeah.
We get some sports. We get some like rotator cuffs, ACLs, Achilles tendon, stuff like that. But it's a lot of geriatric, and it is showing me that I probably don't want to do physical therapy like I thought I did,
Yes.
which is very helpful
Yes.
because now I don't have to go into that 3 years of a doctorate and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and come out and be like, this sucks. And I wasted.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's very helpful.
But I thought, like your main goal, and I can't remember if this is correct or not, but you want to I don't know if it was a personal trainer, but for like athletes, was your head in that at some point?
Yes and no. Like, I think I always wanted to work with athletes or in
Yeah.
that athletic kind of environment. Um, I'm trying to get my certification in um, strength and conditioning currently. So I
Okay.
help athletes get stronger, not necessarily like a personal trainer per se,
Yeah.
but um, like working with athletes in this strength setting. I can, that would help me go into like high schools and colleges, maybe some professional,
Yeah.
depending on where. But I think I want to go get my master's in like exercise physiology, sports science, biomechanics.
Yeah.
And I think I want to go like the sports performance route, either like data analysis or like performance research. I think could be
Mm-hmm.
really interesting. I could go like prosthetics in that,
Ooh.
which would be super cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but just like working with these like high performing individuals and like helping them reach those goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some things, the one thing that I've taken away from this job, this physical therapy job that I currently have, is that these like 90% of our clientele is geriatric, just from what we're connected with.
Well, the geriatrics are who I hang out with at the pool, so that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
they're great,
Yeah.
but when they're in this pain that they're in,
Yeah.
they're just so tired and exhausted that their goals are just help me. They're how should I put this?
They're probably draining on you because they don't they
Exactly.
don't they don't have the effort to
Yeah.
want to, because when you're in PT,
Mhm.
you have to be physically doing your own thing,
Yeah.
stretching, exercises, whatever's,
Mhm.
told to you, that it's probably draining on you when you don't have any clients that are or patients that are um, wanting to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all just in a bad mood. They don't want to be there. And
Ew.
you get that. It's not, I won't say it's everybody,
No,
but
I
it's
know. Yeah.
it's a good portion.
Yeah.
And you do that for 12, 13 patients a day,
Yeah.
5 days a week. It's taxing.
Yeah. Is it an open clinic? Like, do they have like open rooms with just like the curtains, or are they closed rooms?
We have a few closed rooms,
Okay.
but then it's the rest of it's just like a big gym. We have
Yeah.
like 7 tables out in the gym. Um, no
Is
curtains.
there chiropractor, massage, acupuncture there?
No, we do.
Oh,
We not the chiropractic stuff. Some of them do massages,
yeah.
but that's not really something that we want to. Because massage is just like it's just temporary.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to come in and be like, "Oh, I just want a massage. Just
Yeah, because it feels good.
it feels good." Yeah, but it doesn't really do anything long term.
Yeah.
Um, we've got a few people that do like dry needling.
Yeah. Ooh, that's killer.
Yeah, and like intermuscular stimulation. So it's like the needles, and then they send like the shock waves through the needles
Yes. Yeah.
into the muscles.
Yeah.
So we do a little bit of that, but it's a lot of um, just strength training, like mobility
Yeah.
and strength training is our main.
All I can when you're speaking right now, all I can see in my head is that commercial for like the wheelie thing and the geriatrics. They're like, if you've got mobility issues, get one of these scooters. And that's all I can think about when you're speaking right now. That's pretty funny. Um, so did you know that I got hurt in December?
No.
So I've been doing PT chiropractic,
Hmm.
acupuncture,
Yeah.
my own physical strength. I've been swimming, and then I'll start weight training next week. Well, not weight training, but I guess resistance training, I guess you could
Hmm.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. Strength
So it's
building.
interesting that you say that because my PT guy loves me because I
Hmm.
wanted to go back to work, because I wanted to get my mental aspect. And that's why I was mentioning getting the liver detox, getting
Hmm.
low, is because I couldn't, I was stuck. I felt trapped in a whirlwind of bureaucracy where I couldn't take a step forward or take a step back.
Hmm.
They trapped me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is stupid. So then I just started doing my own thing. But yeah, my PT guy, yeah, he's like, you're one of the best patients, right? Like you want to go back to work. So you are pushing yourself. You push yourself too hard sometimes.
Mhm.
You want to be healthy. So, but I, I just, with the mobility aspect of it, if I didn't have what the knowledge in chiropractic care that I did, I
Mhm.
probably would be behind, like I'm ahead of the game probably by 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's because I also did chiropractic at the same time to unlock my body
Hmm.
because my whole system shut down.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, I didn't share it with too many people, but I'll show you here.
Yeah. What did you do?
Um, okay, let's see if I can get this here. My leg almost got cut off with a 24-inch blade. Can you see
What?
that?
Yes, I can.
Wraps around the whole leg.
Jesus.
Yeah,
How did you do that?
I didn't do that. My work partner did that.
How did it happen?
The blade, the saw blade rolled off the tracks. So like there's a it's on the ground. It's adhered, not adhered. It's bolted to the ground, and it has a
Hmm.
track it runs on. And we were cutting steel, and he wasn't paying attention. Rolled it off the track, and it just went zing and came around the corner. And
Ooh.
but this is the coolest thing. Didn't hit a bone, didn't hit a tendon, didn't hit a vessel. It literally just, my Archangel Michael was there that day. I guarantee that. And all of my guides and angels were there that day.
Good
So
Lord.
that's 3 hours of surgery. And then when we were talking about when we were like modern medicine,
Hmm.
um, when they sent, I checked myself out in under 36 hours. So I went in Thursday at 5 p.m. I checked myself out Saturday at 9 a.m. They, I was so drugged, they doubled down on everything, and I didn't realize that till after. And then I never took a pill after that when I
Yeah.
left there. And then the rest of it was a mental game, like seriously a
Yeah.
mental game, right? So yeah, so it's been interesting. And then the fact that there was no tending to my mental game,
Hmm.
that's, and then I got dark, and then it was like literally my system saying, okay, there's something way the fuck off here. Like you've got to
Yeah.
pay attention to what's going on here. And so then I did what I needed to do and all that jazz. But yeah, I totally think it's a mental game, but it's interesting because I've been playing in your world for the last 4 months, technically in December,
Yeah.
January, 3 months. So, so I get what you're saying because there are some serious Debbie Downers in the PT
Hmm.
clinic.
Yeah.
But I also liked it because it was open, and you could hear. So
Hmm.
like we would try and laugh, me and my PT guy, so that we could get everybody laughing down the line. And then also, like I said, there was chiropractic there, acupuncture. I don't know if they did do dry needling. I don't think it was at that clinic though, but a different one. And then massage therapy and a couple other things like that.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I think that's a good point of attack. But it sucks because isn't that Missoula anyways? Like you've got geriatrics, you don't really have anyone in between, and then you've got the university town. Like, do you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's definitely a college town
Yeah.
where people come to spend the rest of their days.
Hmm.
So, like, you've got all your college students, you've got your college bars, your whatever,
Yeah.
and then you've got the people who just want to settle down in a nice place, not too big, not too small, and grow in
Yeah,
a nice area. So
with good
it's
weather.
definitely that like 18 to 24, and then there's a little bit in the middle,
Yeah.
and then it's like 50 plus,
Yeah.
and that's
That's so funny.
yeah.
I love it. But you know, the coolest thing is that going swimming again, best
Mhm.
thing for the whole system.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah.
And I'm like channeling my inner swimmer. My that's all we did as kids is swim, right? Like we were at John's rooms swimming. We were 7, 8, and 9,
Mhm.
and I was doing backflips on Friday when I was there. I was doing backflips off the diving board. And these two teeny boppers come up to me and they were just like, "Oh, could you teach us how to do that?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." I was like, "I cannot teach that." I said, "That is something that is muscle memory from childhood." And then I was like, also, I did some gymnastics, so back handsprings and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
But I was like, well, thank you, right? Like they were so cute, these kids, and I just thought it was just really funny. And then she's like, oh, it was exceptional. I was like, yes, thank you, I appreciate that. I cannot teach that though.
that's
But
so
the swimming has been phenomenal for me. Like it's just
mhm.
no matter if you think you're working out when you're there, if you're in the water swimming, you're working out,
No, yeah, 100%.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
Swimming
pretty cool.
swimming is great, especially when you get older, because it takes the weight off your joints,
Yeah,
which helps a lot when you start getting like your arthritis stuff.
yeah,
It helps with your endurance, it helps with your cardio. It's it's a very universal, well-rounded workout routine as
yeah,
you for anybody.
for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been fun, that's for sure. That's
Mhm.
cool. Okay, so what should should we just transmute the whole hospital system, or what can we pick to transmute?
Hmm.
Because, okay, I'm just thinking of PT because I totally get where you're coming from, and that would be just an energy sucker, like on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's interesting
It
for
is
sure.
interesting.
But I'm glad I'm figuring this out
Yeah,
super early
yeah,
so that I'm not going through all this time once being thinking I'm this is something I'll enjoy, and then actually getting there and being like this sucks.
right. So then, if you do your doctorate or what have you, uh, can you do that at the University of Montana?
Um, from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything that looks like it aligns with what I'm wanting to do.
Yeah,
I've been chatting with I coach track at my old high school.
yeah.
And I've been chatting with our distance coach. Shout out Joe Ruby. She's great. Um,
Right on.
you ever watch this?
Absolutely. Shout them out.
um, but I was chatting with her the other day and we were kind of talking about this. And she said that her husband works at the university, um, and he does a lot of like works with a lot of master students in like an exercise physiology lab. Um, so I might need to do another deep dive into but I'm definitely not opposed to moving.
Yeah.
That's my top choice is to move and experience other things.
Yeah, to travel the world, to travel the country.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm looking at Chicago,
Ooh.
be really nice. I'm looking at Liverpool, which would be
Didn't you weren't you in Scotland earlier this year?
yeah. In June,
Yeah.
I went over to
Or
see
last year.
Erin
Yes. Yeah.
in Scotland, and I then we went down to Italy for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a great trip. That was a good trip. That
Is
was
Erin living there with her husband or is she in the States?
no, yeah, she's been out there since she did her master's. She's been out there for like 7 years.
Yeah, well, they got married and all that. I just couldn't remember if they came back or not.
No, she's been out there. She's got a good job out there, a nice little flat apartment thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great friends. So
Nice.
I chat with this one kid that
Excuse me.
Aaron's friends, and he's so funny, and it's great. It's nice to have somebody with different experiences and different perspectives, and just chatting about anything and
Instead
everything.
of just Montanians.
Exactly.
Montonians. No, I understand. That's you knew how much I traveled.
Yeah.
And so I met the world. I met different perspectives. I met so many phenomenal people. Like seriously. That yeah, I wouldn't be the same person if I hadn't traveled as much as I traveled.
Hmm.
So very blessed with that for sure.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think of Chicago?
I really enjoyed Chicago when we went when Nicholas was about to graduate, which was right before I did.
Yeah,
Uh, we went to Chicago for Labor Day because he was like, "This is a place I want to move." And then he ended up in Salem,
I
but
know. I know.
that's besides the point. But
Yeah,
just like the energy and the atmosphere, it's so different from here, but it's
yeah,
so nice.
yeah.
And I think it would be a great place for me to go for a year or two.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Hmm.
I like it. Okay, we've got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Okay, what um oh, I was gonna talk about the word joying. Thank you for joying with me today instead of saying thank you for playing with me today.
Okay.
Do you get that? Because like I was thinking about the other day, I was watching two dogs and they were just
Hmm.
playing, and I'm like,
Hmm.
wow. And then I was like, no, no, they bring us so much, bringing me joy. I said they were joying, and I like the word better because it's present tense. Because it's like, oh, I enjoyed that call, or enjoy your day. Do you know
Hmm.
the way that we say that? And so that I'm making joying an adjective, an action word,
A verb.
a verb. Oh yeah, a verb. Thank you. Thank you. That no, you're correct. Um, and yeah, so I want to make sure that I start to bring joying into my conversations in that
Okay.
sense. Like, thank you for joying with me today.
Yeah.
Um, but what can you think of any other words or anything that we want to discuss, other than how much more I appreciate life from almost losing a leg?
Yeah.
And
That's wild.
it is one effed up experience. But I also got put into the system that you're currently working in, and
Hmm.
it has changed, and it is going to definitely break down. The structure of our systems are going to start to break
Yeah.
down very, very quickly
Yeah.
because they're not healing people anymore.
Hmm.
Everyone's in there for a long term. So just like you were saying with PT, like nobody wants to get better, nobody has any energy.
Yeah.
And in the hospital, it was like, give me more drugs, give me more drugs. And I'm like, get me off the drugs.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I feel like that we need to fix about our healthcare system is um, treating your mind and your body as separate entities.
Yes.
They're very intertwined.
Yes. This
And
runs this.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, and like even with like your insurances treat them separately.
Yeah.
Um, what else treats us separately? Um, like treating health issues, but treating mental issues as something that we need to be like very wary and cautious of and like kind of afraid of. I think that we need to be better about treating them together to kind of fix each other. Yeah.
100%. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about when I say the energy aspect of it, but it's
Mhm.
it's it's the mind and the
Yeah.
soul. So when I
Yeah.
say that, and then
Mhm.
that's those two things create the body, function the body, right? We get this
Mhm.
gorgeous, unbelievable machine. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe my experience. Like, and I'll share more with you another day. But it all had to do with up here. And then
Yeah.
when this got all foggy and
Mhm.
dark, nobody cared. Nobody
Yep.
wanted to tend to it. And
Mhm.
I was like, I'm having deep, dark thoughts. I'm like, I'm having some really dark thoughts, you guys.
Mhm.
Not one person was like, okay, well, why don't we do this? Or why don't you go speak to that person? Or blah, blah, blah. None of
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. So, they're basing, and then the insurance is basing it off of, oh, well, that piece of meat has healed. And I'm like, okay, but my soul hasn't.
Yeah.
The trauma is still in the system.
Mhm.
And
100%.
so then I just took my own, I just was like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and convince this archaic, or archaic
Mhm.
um, insurance company
Yeah.
or insurance provider or whatever it may be for Alberta. I'm just going to go take care of myself, which I
Mhm.
did. And then
Yeah.
I'm like a trillion times better, and I feel. And then I'm like, okay, let's just do this awesome podcast. So, but I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you can see the gap already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Mhm.
And so
And
then yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I one thing that I do like about the education that I got about the healthcare system was that they talked about how that was detrimental
Yeah.
to us. And they talked about how we can better combine our um, our mind and our body when we're trying to heal things to help the overall experience instead of treating them separately. It was nice to see that being talked about and
Yes.
taught in these higher education systems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to end it on that today. Thank you so much, Grace, for entertaining with me, enjoying with me, and hop back on with me once this clicks off here. But
Yeah.
um, this was awesome. I didn't know that I didn't even think I'd share, like, I haven't shared my story with anybody.